What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Brief and Debrief podcast, where we break it down so we can build it back better. This is your leadership field guide for those who don't just want to lead, they want to be able to lead under pressure. I'm your host, EJ Wood, combat tested, corporate focused, and committed to giving you the real playbook for navigating leadership when nothing is going according to plan. Today's episode is about something every leader is going to face, but very few actually prepare for. When the plan breaks. You built it, you briefed it, it even looked great in theory. But the moment that it hits reality, chaos. Just like I always say, the enemy gets a say. So what do you do when your carefully crafted leadership roadmap gets shredded? You got to adapt and you got to advance. All right, moving on to our mission objective, everyone. Our mission objective today is to become the kind of leader who thrives when the plan breaks, not just survives it. Leadership isn't about how you move when everything is smooth. It's about how you adjust when the ground shifts beneath you. Now moving on to our tactical objectives. Number one, we got to name our default leadership style. We must know how we naturally respond to pressure. Number two, we got to choose clarity over control. Don't lock it down. We want it simple and we want to guide forward. 3, recalibrate fast. We need quick pivots, clear communication so we can keep the momentum. Now let's go ahead and break it down. Our first tactical objective was identifying our default leadership style. Before we can adapt, we've got to know what we're working with. So here's a couple of common leadership default styles that might be who you are. The first one is going to be directing. You're the driver, very task focused. You give orders and expect 100% compliance. The second is coaching. You're the guide, you explain, you mentor. You lead just with a development mindset. 3, supporting. You're very collaborative. Hands off, you love to empower and cheer from the sidelines. 4, delegating. You like to hand over full control. You have high trust, but very low oversight. So I need to ask yourself, when things go sideways, what is your knee-jerk reaction? Do you grip tighter or do you back away? Do you micromanage or do you go silent? The point I'm trying to make, you can't adapt to what you haven't defined. If you want to be intentional, you first have to be aware. So I need you to focus, name your style, then decide if it helps or hurts you when the pressure's on. Moving on to our second tactical objective, choosing clarity over control. When the plan breaks, most people tighten their grip. They start micromanaging every moment, barking out rapid-fire commands like a drill sergeant in a thunderstorm. They confuse activity with progress and control with leadership. And then what do they get in return? Confusion, burnout, disengagement. Their team doesn't move forward, they freeze in place, or they just check out completely. The truth is, the best leaders don't grab the wheel tighter when the road gets rough. They grab the map and redraw the route to the destination. They don't reach for control, they reach for clarity. Because control just creates more chaos in a crisis. But clarity creates calm. Control is going to make people freeze. But if you give them clarity, it's going to help them move and move in the right direction. So what's that look like in real time? It means redefining direction without writing a novel. You have to ask yourself, what's changed? What matters now? And where are we actually headed? It's not about flooding people's inboxes, calling emergency meetings that just waste time for the sake of looking busy and feeling like you are accomplishing something. It's about the distilling step in the storm, simplifying the chaos into a clear next move that your team can execute immediately. In moments of pressure, people don't need your 20-point recovery plan. They need a single, bold instruction they can believe in and do now. Don't try to create a new manual. They need a new move. So lead with clarity, speak with precision, and give your people something better than control. Give them the direction they can run towards. All right, now moving on to tactical objective number 3, recalibrate fast. Adaptation isn't about overthinking. It's about outmaneuvering in real time. We're not trying to get paralysis by analysis. We're looking for iteration under fire. So when the battlefield shifts, the best leaders don't get stuck in reflection. They move into recalibration. I need you to ask yourself, quick, clear, and with some courage, what intel just changed? What assumptions fell flat? What outcome still drives the mission? Then you can no longer wait. I don't need you to whisper. I don't need you to huddle behind closed doors and hope it fixes itself. I need you to be confident and make the call. I need you to shift the timeline. I need you to redesign the structure. I need you to flip the whole script if you have to. Whatever the pivot demands, do it fast, and then I need you to own it publicly. When leaders hesitate, teams disengage. It's not about being perfect, and I'm here to tell you, you will never be perfect. You need to be present, visible, and reliable. Stay in motion. Your people aren't waiting for an encyclopedia of answers. They're watching for your signal to move. So go ahead and plant your flag, claim the course correction, show them that even if the map has changed, the mission still matters. In the fog of uncertainty, momentum is the message. Own the new path. I need you to keep pressing forward. All right, now that we've hit all the tactical objectives in depth, let's go ahead and start bringing this home. Throughout my 15 years of experience, and even in my time before I went in the military, I've seen teams completely rewire their strategy on zero sleep and still show up locked in. Even better, I've watched young leaders step directly into chaos, find one clear step, and move everyone forward when it wasn't their responsibility. And I've seen professionals crumble over a calendar change or a surprise meeting, which is very common. Pressure doesn't reveal character, it reveals preparation. Leadership under pressure isn't about the perfect plan, and it never will be. It's about who you are when the plan collapses. Again, the enemy always gets a say. At the core, it comes down to two things: decisiveness and direction. Can you still lead when things go sideways? Can you provide clarity when there's confusion in the room? Can you rally others when you feel unsure? This isn't about being unshakable. It's about being anchored to your mission, your values, your vision. Can your team still follow when the lights go out? Can you lead with less? Can you adapt and still advance? Because if you can, even when it's messy, even when it's loud, you are dangerous. Not because you know everything, but because you know how to keep moving when everything else stops. And that's the kind of leadership the world needs. Too many times, leaders disappear when the pressure mounts. Be the one that needs to be seen. Okay, let's go ahead and land this episode. So here's what I burned into your mental toolkit today. Going back to our mission objective. Be the kind of leader who doesn't just survive when the plan breaks, but the one who thrives in chaos. Our 3 tactical objectives today. I need you to spot your default mode, because unawareness under pressure leads to unintentional damage across the whole spectrum. Choose clarity over control, because control creates silence, but clarity creates movement. 3, recalibrate fast. Communicate forward because momentum loves direction, even if it's imperfect. If this hit home, do what leaders do and take action. Share with your team. Hit me with a tag so I can give you a shout out. Let's build this tribe of high adaptable performing leaders together. And if you're serious about taking this even deeper, stick around. There's more tactical tools and real-time leadership on the way in future episodes. This is EJ, and remember, when the plan fails, you don't. Until next time, this is the Brief and Debrief podcast, where we break it down so we can build it back better. See y'all later.